Well, just like we heard Steve say, you don't fix what's not broken. And this caramel apple recipe is something that has lasted since 1924. And Steve, I know right now, this is what a lot of people are looking for. So I want you to kind of walk us through the process of how these apples get from here, the back of the store, all the way to the front of Fabiano's Candies.
Well, first we start with hand washing and wiping 160 apples, because that's how many go in a batch. And then we get to stab them with the wooden stick, because it's no fun eating a caramel apple without a stick. And then after that's all set up, we start cooking the caramel from scratch, which is like you say, a century-old recipe that my grandfather started with. And we just start mixing the caramel, the corn syrup, and the sugars, and all the other ingredients together, and cook it and stir it for a long time before we do that. And then we take those 160 apples that we just hand washed and stabbed and dip each one of them by hand into a big batch of caramel. And if you're a nut person, we will roll them into crushed peanuts. And then we'll put them on our tray. And after they cool for a couple hours, we will put them out in the store and start selling them. And this right now is what we call our caramel apple season, which is a prelude to candy cane season, which is a prelude to Christmas. So it's starting off our busy season that we're doing that. And we're very fortunate that we have enough support here that between the Tuesday after Labor Day until Halloween, we will sell between 8,000 and 10,000 caramel apples.
8,000 and 10,000 caramel apples that the entire mid-Michigan community gets to have their hands on. And 160, like you said, you're making that on a daily basis, 160 different apples.
Yes, and sometimes we are fortunate enough to get to do that twice in a day. So.
Really? Well, that is a lot of different hands here, but this is why the family, like you said, continues to grow and grow and grow, and everybody is following this recipe to a T.
Right.
Now, a lot of these caramel apples, like you said, they make it to the storefront of Fabiano's, but that's not the only place that they go to. Where else can we find these caramel apples?
Well, we've been partnered with Phillips Orchard, where we get our apples from, and they sell our caramel apples at their orchard also. So in St. John's, they have our apples there also, so you can pick them up there.
That is awesome. Now, what is your favorite part? You've been working here for years. But what is your favorite part about seeing this whole process, about running this entire store? What makes it all worth it for you?
It kind of is humbling, but very satisfied to see and speak with customers that have been coming for years and years, and just reaffirm to us that we are carrying on my grandpa's tradition, and that there is an, I don't want to say a need, but a want for us to stay here in Lansing. And very fortunate that we have another generation that's interested in carrying it on. So that's kind of humbling, but makes you proud too.
Well, Studio 10, you heard it here first, from the back of the store all the way to the storefront, but it doesn't stop here. The love, the candy, the apples, all of it is spread all throughout mid-Michigan, but make sure if you want to come here into Fabiano's and experience it all for yourself, we've got their information listed below. But until then, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate everything.
Yeah, we appreciate you.